I'm on the weir here in Carbley, down here in Carbley Bats, Carbley Weir we call it, 400 foot long, big weir like, easy 400 foot long. It's all big massive slabs of stone. I'll show you in the video. Took a lot of work to build that. I must do some research and find out when it was built. I'd say about 200 years ago. And it was built for the gentry of the world. You know? All the English that would have been running Ireland at the time, they would have been harvesting all the salmon coming up the Shannon. And trust me, right where I'm sitting here, don't be surprised, the salmon would have travelled over here, no two ways about it. It would have been that length, look, and it would have been that thick. 40 and 50 pound weight and bigger, don't you know? Bigger salmon were caught up the Shannon, 56 pound weight. You can just imagine the work that went into it. Actually, some work to build, like, I'm telling you boys, there's some work into that, to build that. And I don't think they had any JCBs or anything like that to do it. Anyway, Project Bluebeam, right? If you don't know about Project Bluebeam, do a bit of research, right? So what happened was, back in the days, the CIA and the founding fathers, we call them of NASA, never a straight answer, NASA. It's NASA and the CIA got together. They started off Project Bluebeam. Now, the people who formed NASA, Van Braun, whichever you want to call him, well, he was one of Hitler's top boys. That's Van Braun was, right? And they were brought over to America. 1,600 scientists were brought over to America back in the Second World War. They say it was 10,000, but 1,600 on papers. They reckon it was 10,000. These people had done the most inhumane crimes to humanity. They were brought back to America and given jobs and left to live on. Look at Van Braun, went on to one of the founding fathers of NASA, right? So near I see anymore, and him and the CIA, them boys in the CIA and NASA, they set up Project Bluebeam. Project Bluebeam is about controlling the masses, right? Mind control. And they're going to be able to pump it into your head through frequencies, you know, whether they come from your phone or coming off antennas off the street. Because every day when you're in your house, or no matter where you are and around the city, you're constantly walking through frequencies or baiting through you left, right and centre. Imagine walking through a lot of spiders' webs all around your cotton. That's the way it is, you can't see it. It's constantly travelling through your body, affecting your molecular structure. So Project Bluebeam, what their plan was, they were trying to control the world with a false God. They were going to put a God into the sky, project God into the sky and get people to believe that's the second coming, right? That's what they're on about, and mind control and speak into your mind. Now the way it is with phones today, the people are literally mind controlled because the phone tells them what to do, they'll go off and do it. And the news, they believe anything they see in the news, most people will. They could put a movie on in the news and just show you a movie that no one has ever seen that's been made. Put it in the news, chop it up, a couple of clips of it, and say, look, oh, this is real. And then people in there watch that news and say, did you see that in the news? It's real. And it could be just a movie they're watching. Because technology, you can do anything today with technology, anything literally. You can make it look like you're on Mars walking around the place, you're in space floating around the place. You can do anything, the water's floating around you in space. Look, with computer technology today, you can just do anything. There's a saying goes, right, in the American military, it goes like this, in militaries throughout the world. What you can think of now, they've thought of 50 years ago. They have big think tank rooms with big think tanks where people are paid to think outside the box. And usually it's for nefarious reasons, right? Never for nothing good. So, the story is, Project Bluebeam was to control our mind with NASA, with the help of the boys, Van Braun and them. Van Braun, call them what you like, right? They want to control your mind, control your thoughts. So, people are controlled, as I say, through the media, they're controlled through the news. No, this time they want to imprint voices into your mind to let you think that God is talking to you. That's what they were going to do. That's the plan. And then the big deception is aliens. First you'll be thinking, oh, God's in the sky, God's talking to me. And then you'll be thought, no, nothing to do with God. They're aliens that's talking to you. Now, on the subject of aliens, in America they say they've shot down 3 or 4, if not 5 UFOs recently, the last few weeks. So, wouldn't you imagine they'd show you this UFO? Like, where's the wreckage? Huh? Why aren't the media out there, like, looking at this wreckage saying, show us these UFOs, get this all over the news. The military of America are telling us, the Pentagon, whatever they're called out there, they're telling us they shot down 4 or 5 UFOs. Wouldn't you imagine the media be out there straight away to see these UFOs, to see what kind of technology is in them, or just to prove that they're there, they're real? And what about any pilots flying these things? Any pilots in latex and animatronics flying these things? Or are they drones? And if they are drones, show us the technology. And if they're aliens, where's the body? I mean, with animatronics today and latex, you could fool anyone, alright? With the computers and a couple of lawyers and a stage set up, well, you and then put in your fake news media to cover you, who tell you they're the real news, put them in then to record it and pump it out there. And you believe anything, alright? You can fool you with anything. So, and the military have crafts that can fly around the sky. Hitler was trying to do this from 1939 to 1945 when he was reigning across Europe, or Germany. He tried to invent UFOs, and that's what Van Braun was on about. So, don't think to stop, like, they'll show you UFO on the TV, alright, of the way they tried to make one, and it was all here, and it was all out over the place, and it wouldn't work, and it never worked, and this is what they're going to tell you. You don't think they're going to say, oh yeah, that worked perfect, this is how it goes down. No. They want to control us in the future, like, i.e. now, look at the world around you and see the way they control us, even through the pandemic and all that bullshit, right? And they're trying to control people with all them things. So, the military can have crafts in the sky, right? Like, if you think that anti-gravity vehicles are impossible, then you're living under that rock. Because when the people built that 200 years ago, they thought planes, man, be flying in the sky in airplanes, or helicopters, or going to the moon, supposed to be, or into space, and satellites, and just about most everything. We have computers and smartphones and microwaves and TVs and the heating, and they can't turn on the heating, turn off the heating, everything smart. The people who laid that thought too, that was all cuckoo line stuff. It'd never be real if even someone thought of it. And here we are today living it. So what I'm trying to say is, we think they can't make crafts that can whip around in the sky pure fast, just like they thought we wouldn't be able to do the things we have today. Some people built that, probably thought, yeah, in the future this is what you'll have. But the majority of people didn't think of it, just like the majority of people now don't think of it. Think of what's going on. They think it's easier for them to say, oh, it's not made by man, it's a UFO, it's a spaceship. That's the first thing they lean to. Oh, a spaceship, light in the sky, moving around, spaceship. Well, I'm not saying it is a rhythm, but you got to keep in mind the military can make things that can move across the sky at phenomenal speeds, right? And they can make any shape craft they like. This day and age, you can make a cement block fly. And then they say, oh, the U.F.O was there, and then it just blinked out of existence. Who's to say they didn't just turn off a light? Right? Simple as that. A fucking cement block can fly. So the military can have anything, and they're going to fool you in the future. This is the big deception, take from me as a Christian, and any Christians that know the crack. The crack is they're going to say, aliens made ye, or else they're watching ye since ye evolved, since Darwin's donkeys, if you believe in that. You're watching ye evolving, or else they made ye in a test tube. That's what they're going to say, and we're your God. And get rid of Christianity and all gods. We're the new God. That's the new world order, the satanic beast system. And the aliens will claim that they're our gods, so it made us and suck it up. Right? And if you don't like it, well, we'll just fire up one of our spacecrafts there and let you see what we can do to ye puny ants in your little ant farm down there, right? So do what we say, not what we do. Do what we say, and you'll be left to live. And we're the God, and Darwin is the donkey. So they can either say whichever suits you. You either came from nothing, you either came out of rocks, because that's what it came from. First it was nothing, banged into nothing, and made a load of dust after swirling, made rocks, and the earth was turned into swirling in the fire hardened and they turned to rock, and everything evolved out of that. The trees, you, me, the animals, the birds, the bees, the lions, the tigers, the elephants, the horses, the swans, the creatures, the insects, the bugs. They all came out of a solid fucking rock, if you're supposed to believe that. Either that or the aliens, matey. That's what they'll be telling you, alright? That's what they'll be telling you. And the aliens will be saying, if you don't do what we say, we tell your leaders, kind of like the UN tells everyone what to do. They never come into your country. Most of the bureaucrats out in the UN push their laws into our country. I'm here living in an island in Ireland, right? An island surrounded by ocean. Then there's the Irish Sea. Then you have England, Scotland, Wales surrounded by ocean. Then you have France, Brussels, Holland. You have them countries out there in so-called Europe. But I'm 2 seas and 2 islands away from it, so we're not European, like we know we're Irish, like no matter what way they try to fucking spin it. We know we're Irish. When Europeans who built that there, it was Irish people who built this, right? When Europeans, it was Irish who built this, right? Irish. So, know the truth, know how you've been conned and how you've been fooled. Do research, wake up, get online, do some research, go over to Rumble, you get a lot of truth in Rumble. You get it on YouTube as well, but unfortunately YouTube are always moving the goalposts. Like I had a channel open since 2010, hundreds of videos, thousands of hours of research and knowledge, and YouTube just moved the goalpost and they'd give me strikes for videos I put up years ago, and they'd say, oh, you're getting a strike for that, and I'd say, but look, I put that up years ago. Oh yeah, but it breaks the rules. But because the rules were different when I put that up, don't care, sort it out and we'll shut you down. So eventually they terminated my channel, right? I had it about 11 years to terminate it. So I have this one about, I don't know, year and a half, I'm not sure. I wasn't going to put up more videos, but then I decided I would again. I wouldn't let the bastards get the better of me. So anyway, so know the truth about the big deception and the aliens and the UFOs, because that's what they're going to say. They're going to say, they created you, suck it up, or we'll wipe you out. And with the UN, the way they're pushing all their fucked up laws into our schools and on top of our children, what they're doing to children, tell them they can change their sex and all this crack, and getting parts of their bodies amputated, and then years down the line, the stress and the suicidal thoughts they have, because they're making decisions for them when they're only children. Like your brain isn't fully developed till you're 25, right? So, I mean, your children having, oh, look, I don't feel good, I want to hang around with the boys, and 13, and in and give them all the medicine to change them around and put them under the knife if they have to, or if they want to. A child with 13, then they grow up and they regret all that. You can get online and you can see it. That's the stuff YouTube don't leave out. That's the stuff to shut down. Do the research and see. Suicide is through the roof when it comes to all that stuff. Anyway, I won't go off in the wild one. So know the truth, right? Know the big deception is on. And we were told in the book of Revelations, in the end times, the way things will be going down. So the truth will set you free. And as much as it's hard to deal with at times, like what I know is all this years, you know, once you know, you kind of know, you know something's not right, and then you research and you see you were right, these feelings you had telling you something wasn't right, and you were right, something isn't right. So we live in a three-dimensional world, and then there's the spiritual world. And what's going on now is the principality, the evil, principality of darkness, good against evil. Look around, the world is all good against evil now, right? Proxy wars and rumours of wars, and shortage of foods, that's going to be coming up again now, and shortage of fuel and gas, and the way the world is, and they're looking for war with Russia, and they're looking for war with China, and what's, you see what I'm saying? Wars and rumours of wars. So keep that all in mind. Remember, say truth our Lord God, His Son who came down to tell us about all this. The Bible tells us about all this. Do you understand? If you don't believe in Jesus, these words were written down 2,000 years ago, and they're all coming to pass. Now, does that not tell you he's a prophet? He claimed to be the Son of God. I'm not going to disagree with the man. He said he's the Son of God, he's the Son of God. He prophesied, he told us what was going on. It's easier for people now to understand he's the Son of God because they can see all his prophecies came true. Compared to the people who were around him, they had no prophecies to see to come true, but they did see a lot of miracles. But the ones who didn't see the miracles were having to believe without seeing. And here we are with all the prophecies laid out in front of us to see. So be true to Jesus and your family. So with that said, God bless you and God bless your family, and pow! Let's go! You up for that? Bye, camera. Let's go, come on, come on. Damn it. Fucking robots. I thought this was supposed to be a robot, supposed to do things for me. Damn it. As I'm taking you with me for a walk. Now, if you're still watching this video, then fair play to you, ladies and gentlemen. Fair play to you, boys and girls. Because, well, I didn't think it was going to go off this far, like. Until I go for a 2-minute walk. That's always the way. 2-minute walk leads into a 2-hour walk. To be honest, guys, it's a big wheel. I'll count, I'll walk, give a guesstimation on the way back. So the holes everywhere, obviously the gates there, as I was saying.